Chapter 1. The Obsession. In the quiet, decaying town of Arkham, nestled amidst the ancient woods of Massachusetts, a sinister aura hung heavy in the air. It was a place where shadows whispered secrets to those who dared to listen. Amelia Blackwood, a bewitching beauty with raven hair and emerald eyes, had unwittingly become the object of obsession for two very different men. Harold Finch, a brooding and reclusive artist, spent his days crafting grotesque depictions of his morbid fantasies. He had a penchant for collecting human bones, a gruesome testament to his twisted desires. Obsessed with Amelia's ethereal beauty, he began to stalk her, convinced that her essence would inspire his darkest creations. On the other side of town, there was Robert Miles, a charismatic but enigmatic man who wore a mask of normalcy by day. He was a respected doctor at the Arkham Asylum, but by night he donned a different persona. Robert harbored an insatiable hunger for the thrill of the hunt, and reveled in the art of dissection. Amelia's allure had ensnared his heart, and he longed to add her to his macabre collection of artifacts. Chapter 2. The Convergence. As the moon waxed, Amelia's path intertwined with destiny's cruel hand. She had ventured deeper into the eerie Arkham Woods, seeking solace in their whispering secrets. The ancient trees loomed like spectral sentinels, their gnarled branches swaying in an otherworldly dance. Unknown to her, both Harold and Robert had followed her there, their silent footsteps betraying no hint of their presence. A dense mist began to envelop the woods, obscuring the boundary between reality and nightmare. Within the heart of the woods, they confronted one another, their obsession for Amelia uniting them in a sinister pact. The atmosphere grew tense, like the calm before a thunderous storm.
Their eyes met, reflecting madness and longing, mirroring each other's descents into a darkness from which there could be no return.
In that unholy moment, an unspoken understanding passed between them. The rustling leaves whispered the dire secret of their alliance, of pact forged in the crucible of shared madness. They would share her, each fulfilling their own gruesome desires. Amelia, oblivious to the sinister forces converging around her, continued her solitary journey deeper into the woods. Her steps quickened, driven by an inexplicable sense of foreboding. The woods seemed to come alive, and a chorus of whispers filled the air, warning her of the impending horror. As the moon cast an eerie glow on the macabre tableau that awaited her, Amelia could not help but feel that her fate had been sealed in blood and darkness. The sinister tryst between two serial killers and the unwitting object of their obsession would soon reach its terrifying crescendo, deep within the heart of the cursed Arkham Woods. Chapter 3. The Descent. Amelia, trembling with dread, found herself standing at the threshold of an abandoned chapel. Deep within the heart of the Arkham Woods, the ancient structure exuded an aura of malevolence, as if the very stones themselves bore witness to countless horrors. Inside, Harold's twisted paintings adorned the walls, each stroke of his brush capturing the essence of madness. Robert's surgical instruments gleamed ominously in the dim light, a grotesque symphony of metal instruments that would soon conduct their sinister overture. The air hung heavy with the scent of decay, and a palpable sense of doom permeated the chapel. Amelia's heart raced, and her breath came in shallow gasps as the realization of her dire predicament took hold. She was trapped, ensnared in the nightmarish web spun by these two unholy predators. Harold, with his disheveled hair and wild eyes, reveled in the grotesque beauty of his own creations. His hands were stained with the blood of countless victims, and he approached Amelia with an artist's reverence. "You are my muse," he whispered, his voice a haunting melody of madness. Robert, the doctor of the asylum by day and the sadistic fiend by night, donned his mask of normalcy no longer. He brandished his gleaming instruments that had dissected both the living and the dead, and advanced toward Amelia with a predatory grace. "You shall be my masterpiece," he declared, his voice cold as death. Amelia, paralyzed by terror, realized that her life hung in the balance. The horrors that transpired in that forsaken chapel would forever remain etched in the annals of Arkham's darkest nightmares. The shadows danced on the chapel's walls, bearing witness to the unholy union of two deranged souls, forever bound by their obsession and the horrors they were about to unleash upon their unwitting victim. In the end, the line between victim and perpetrator blurred into a grotesque tableau of madness and death. And so the legend of Amelia Blackwood, the woman who unwittingly became the catalyst for the most unholy union of two deranged souls, was sealed in blood, darkness, and the haunting echoes of the Arkham Woods, where nightmares were born and never truly died. End of the story. Please subscribe and like the video.